Jadilah. So one of them is a neural network. Okay. Okay. So how it's work? Okay, I'm not going to teach neural network. So basically, input comes in, right? Nah, ini data mungkin daripada the previous punya synapse lah, neuron sebelum lah. Okay. And then bawa pergi kepada basically dia ada formula. I don't put it here the formula. Again, basically you are going to multiply with the weight. Dia ada weight, right? And then bias ni basically you have to consider in mathematics kita panggil macam errors ataupun benda yang uncertain. So bias, overfitting, right? So tuning, all these kind of things basically dia akan macam doing some kind of mengganggu gugat lah how good your neural network. Ini benda-benda bias and so on. Nah, ni kalau you go in depth dia adalah ada bias sikit. Okay, so basically I can say if you have a good height, good weight, you're going to have a good models. Macam itulah. Jadi yang pegang betul-betul input from the from the previous neuron bring to another neuron. Jadi macam kalau you biasa dengar you punya neuron ni tak berfungsi dengan baik, macam itulah. Kalau you bergaduh-gaduh kawan tu lupa informasi sampai tu 10 patut B, informasi diterima, yang perginya 5. So weight important lah. Important. Right? So kita ada parameters yang boleh increase the weight. Kat situ Alright. Okay, so I going to process. Dia akan process and then ada kita panggil activation function lah. Process through function. Activation function ni a lot. So basically it start with the sigmoid punya function. So we as a mathematician tengok sigmoid function biasa je. Sigmoid function dia panggil S-curve. S-curve. So basically if you want to study neural network, you need to be familiar with the logistic regression knowledge. Logistic regression pun they use a sigmoid function. Alright. S-curve punya knowledge. Okay, and then they akan produce to output lah. Sini Okay, so the flow is there, knowledge is there. I want you to try to sit down after this. Mungkin boleh tengok macam mana neural network punya algorithms. Okay, so can do lah. Cumanya we don't calculate, but we compute. Right? Pengsan lah you nak calculate banyak. Okay, so as a mathematician mungkin I ada buat simple calculation. You masuk this kind of ni, kira-kira berapa yang ni. To understand what is or what are inside this kind of algorithm. Kita buat play around sikit. Okay, so over the time, let's say if you have this kind of, dia akan backpropagation. The system are going to learn, and then the way to gain the knowledge, the way to gain the more, to be more intelligent, you will adjust dia punya weight ni. So dia akan lebih bijak lah. Okay, so this is the way how the machine learn the pattern. Okay. Right. So more or less the knowledge regarding the neural network. Okay. So one of the knowledge that trending nowadays, then I believe you need to know. Kalau you kata you nak jadi AI developer, and then you are going to go to the interview to be a AI engineer whatsoever, tak tahu pasal neural network. Okay. Right. Okay. Another trend in AI that emerged nowadays. So here we have computer vision. I believe you're familiar with this knowledge. Dulu, now like at that time before this, we have image processing, image recognition, right? Object detection. So that kind of knowledge being standardized and being modernized by using computer vision, right? Computer vision, where where it's allow the AI to see and to interpret images or object. So knowledge of computer vision, right? So okay, when I sit down with my friends from mathematics background, they tak tahu computer vision. No, the knowledge of computer vision dia tak tahu. They are not being exposed. Jadi kita bagi tahu je lah. Cumanya bila guna AI tools tahu. But the thing is, the knowledge of computer vision, they need to know. So let's say for me, when I would like to, let's say we apa dia panggil itu, kita mohon untuk grant for example lah. So we need to know the knowledge of AI things yang kita nak scope kan. Right? I'm going to developing for computer vision punya project bla bla. I nak buat project for NLT. So kena tahu that kind of knowledge. Right? Because we scope our expertise, right? Okay, so just want to share with you these two images, right? So here back then 1960 to 1980s, from the Larry Roberts, who pioneered the edge detection with the simple 3D framework. So AI could only detect the simple shape back then. Okay, and nowadays you can see it can drive cars. Okay, right, and then it detect the diseases, right? Let's say one of my grant, I come up with the fuzzy deep learning, right? I combine the fuzzy knowledge with the deep learning knowledge for computer vision to detect the brain tumor. So how I train for my apa dia panggil tu, my models we develop, tapi I ada embed with the fuzzy knowledge because we can see maybe fuzzy knowledge can improve, dia panggil apa nama tu, improve the resolution bila dia buat detection for brain tumor tu, dia lebih sharp lah compared to the typical or standard computer vision by using CNN lah. Itu biasalah kalau you said. So I apply grant, I dapat that kind of project. I sit down with the any radiologists from UM juga lah. Tapi itulah. Okay. So one of them so how we utilize this kind of knowledge for medical, for example. Okay, so from this as well, how we can analyze the environment. So kalau you tengok sini, if you look here for modern era, sometimes you cannot imagine how you can sit down in this smart driving car, autonomous. Berani ke you nak tidur macam tu je? So you can see the autonomous AI analyze the millions of pixels per second to automate the lane finding and obstacle detection. For me myself, I still need the human intervention. Jangan biar dia 100% right. Human intervention must be there. For me, it seems like I perlukan ample time to make AI convince me to use benda-benda macam ni. Okay, so let's say they shut down macam-macam lah. Okay, so autonomous vehicle, example, detect lane, to detect the pedestrian for example, this one you nak brake tu bukan boleh brake yes no so you must have, dia bukan abruptly brake, dia panggil gradually. The kind of fuzzy knowledge is there. Contohnya lampu merah, lampu hijau, takkan lampu merah, lampu hijau mesti accident punya, so kita mesti ada satu dia panggil gradually, so kita bawa lampu kuning. So that is one of the knowledge in AI jugalah, fuzzy logic. Okay. Kalau dulu orang buat merah hijau, tetap accident. Right? So in term of ada gradual punya fasa tu, the way to stop, the way to start, so kita letak lampu kuning. Okay. Abruptly, benda yang sudden, kita panggil benda yang sudden. Okay. So all these kind of things within millisecond. So you can imagine how for this kind of computer vision knowledge can detect and then take action, right, in a millisecond. Because of this kind of development ni, dia melibatkan safety. So two things, satu safety, another one is safety lah, I mean hidup mati lah, I mean healthy, especially in the healthcare. And nak buat operation by using AI tu kan, that kind of things. So sometimes in healthcare, we are going to increase the dipanggil threshold value. Let's say in accuracy, you can say I accept accuracy if the model 80%, but in healthcare dia akan increase kepada 98%. Baru dia convince. Sebab dia benda melibatkan hidup mati. Dia nak kata kawan ni ada tumor, takkan accuracy 80%, tak boleh. So dia increase lagi. If you are dealing with the business, mungkin okay. Okay, same goes to this kind of things in development, right?
YouTube.
Okay, so
Lepas tu aku record screen
I leave you
sendiri.
question balik, you cuba
Di
fikir,
sini start
would you
recording.
trust a self-driving car? Ikutlah nak beli kereta lepas ni. Alright, so I would like to go to the next 9:30, about 1 hour. Sekejapnya, ni nak habis dah. 9, habis 13. So I would like to show you something and then I want you to do something. Right, kita hands on sikit. Okay, so another knowledge of AI trending is NLP. Ini popular. NLP, natural language processing. So we look how AI understand the language as a human being. Right? We are human being. We have a same sight, for example. We have a same sense of hearing. But the way you communicate, right? The way you express something based on wording, right? The two varies. Let's say we are from different continent, we are different country, even if we are from Malaysia, we have lots of slangs. So itu yang susah. That's why very challenging for natural language processing. You nak develop natural language processing sangat susah. Computer vision is straightforward, right? Dia senang. For hearing pun sama, I believe, because when you terima, data tu, dia nak convert tu, they have to deal with the NLP as well. Conversion. Okay. So from this, AI processes the language based on step. That is step basically, but I'm not going to go through in terms of all the step banyak dia. They go back to the project basically, what you're looking for. Okay, so breaking sentences into word. Dia buat tokenization. I believe tak tahu you guys mendengar ke tak? Tokenization tahu. Right? So from the text, you receive the text, right? And then apa yang NLP buat, dia akan split in, dia buat tokenization process. And they break into sentences or pieces of words. Okay, contohnya NLP, so bila buat tokenization based on words, so I have three words, natural language processing. Okay, if I break into sentences, mungkin one sentence like tokenization concept. And then we are going to, and then baru kita buat ni lah, we are going to identify, kita panggil post tagging ataupun part of speech, right? Part of speech, right? The way to understand the sentence, so dia akan split based on ni. If you adjective, nouns, verbs, adjective, nouns, so dia ada banyak benda. If you study English, you akan nampak lah, benda-benda ni. Alright, the way to understand sesuatu sentences tu, dia ada based on this kind of things part of speech. Dia panggil post tagging. Alright, okay. Like this, if I would like to create satu sentence, I would like to eat, and then kita bagi empty. So when we ask the AI, dia akan bagi I would like to eat, after tu mesti related to food, for example, based on the pattern yang dia ada. Based on the corpus or library, dia panggil dictionary corpus. Dia kata kalau eat ni mesti makanan. Dia takkan bagi I would like to eat acai ke best ke, tak ada. So in rational as a human being, dia tahu eat mesti makanan. Right? So this must be rational. Okay, the way you understand satu sentence, right? Okay, and then lemmatization, stemming, that is the techniques, the way you understand more in depth. Okay, lemmatization or stemming, ini how we can convert words, sentences kepada word lah. Kalau nak faham, sing, kita ada singer, sang, apa semua, so dia nak reduce kan dia punya corpus tu, convert dulu lah. Any knowledge, knowledge NLP, you pun tahu dah. Tokenization, post tagging, lemmatization and stemming and other things juga. Okay, so basically it will extract the meaning of the text. Daripada situlah. So basically banyak di knowledge, not limit to this picture only. So this is the way how chatbot and translator works. Okay, so nowadays lagi nice. You chat with your GPT with your own slang, Oh, lagi dia layan juga. Saya tak tahu Johor ada slang apa. Tapi yeah, you can basically when you speak with it, when you talk with it, you are giving the information, knowledge to data. I mean to your GPT lah. So dia akan become smarter lah, right? Become smarter. Right. So basically from this NLP knowledge, AI doesn't read like human. Okay. So it analyze the pattern in language. Cara kita baca lain tau dengan cara dia baca. So don't expect the AI read same as human being read. You baca lain, you baca tak masuk. Saya lah. Dia baca masuk simpan. But it study the pattern. Right? Kalau you nampak dia ni mana study the pattern. Dia nampak macam orang tapi sebenarnya dia study pattern. Okay. Alright. I would like to go to advanced NLP, which is LLM, large language model. Okay, large language model ini pun yang emerging jugalah. Nowadays AI yang emerging. So last time we have a traditional NLP that I share with you, and then kita ada yang modern punya modern LLM, including transformer lah. Transformer is a framework architecture yang ada multi layer untuk neural network, especially for large language model developed by Google, not mistaken. Okay, so I believe you are familiar with this, familiar in terms of usage, you guna. So this is the thing where from the traditional NLP, they become the very powerful NLP, panggil modern AI nowadays. They use large language models for this kind of things. So basically model yang dia guna the self-attention mechanism kalau you biasa dengan transformer lah. Itu model-model transformer yang that context understanding. Cumanya inilah saja nak share. So basically large language model, you are dealing with the sequence data. You know what does it mean by sequence data? Data yang berturut lah. If you're familiar with the time series data, that is one of the sequence data. I nak tengok temperature from this hour to that hour. Kalau I go for a minute, lagi banyak lah, sequence. That is concept of the sequence data. Text is one of the sequence data. Right? Contohnya, I would like to eat. So, I would like, that is the sequence of dia punya cara ayat tu dia kena susun dengan baik. Sequence ni dia jujukkan. Dia mesti susun dengan baik. So, the way to understand for this kind of sequence data ni, so kena ada some specific knowledge that can predict the sequence. I would like to eat, you punya data tak banyak, tiba-tiba dia merapu lah, dia bagi jawapan pelik-pelik. But if you have a dia bukan dictionary you banyak. So nowadays dictionary for English sangat besar, Arabic language pun sangat besar. So if you come up with the language model for Arabic, memang banyak. Cumanya the developer, researcher, they are enjoy dealing with their own English. In Malay we have several companies, not startup company, AI companies. Like I ada deal dengan a few company yang dia ada develop with large language model jugalah. Itu dengan alamak I lupa dah sebab tak prepare for all this company. The product is knows some things. I pun baik juga dengan dia punya CTO, if not mistaken tu. So dia ada